The last year and a bit now, has it been everything you imagined or you could have fantasized? I mean, you come to the main roster, you get over with the fans almost immediately, and here you are, headed into WrestleMania 41 to face Charlotte Flair, arguably the greatest of all time.
I have to say that it's been more than I've expected, to be honest. I feel like when I got called up, it was very nervous. I was very, I don't think people are gonna know who I am. And thankfully, with Elimination Chamber and being on TV, people got to know me, and the crowd resonated with me. And I think that had to a lot to do with Australia. And then ever since then, I feel like my career just kind of took off. And then I won Money in the Bank, and I held that pink briefcase for a little bit. And eventually I cashed in and I became champion. And I don't think being champion in my first year of being on SmackDown was on my bingo card. Walking into WrestleMania as the WWE Women's Champion, I think it's very nerve-wracking. There's a lot of pressure, but I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be.
It's such a week to week business with sometimes you're on TV for 5 minutes, sometimes maybe it's only a minute. How challenging is that to take this small segment every week and translate that into success?
I think any opportunity that you get on TV, I fully believe that you need to just give it your all. I feel like you need to approach every single opportunity on TV with, okay, the people have no idea who I am, so how can I show these people who I am in, the 30 seconds of time that I have on TV, or the 6 minutes or the 10 minutes. So I think just approaching every single opportunity to be on TV with, okay, this is how I'm going to show them who my character is or who I am on TV. And doing that, I think, is a really good way of, getting over with the crowd and having the fans like you.
Now you talked about the Elimination Chamber moment. That was pretty integral in your story. Have there been other standout moments for you this year that you find yourself thinking back to? I mean, as you kind of still very early in your career, but are there some times that you just shake your head and go, "Wow"?
I have to say, yeah, Australia was really that moment for me. And then when I cashed in, I think that was really the moment where like everything just kind of fell into place for me, like mentally and obviously for my career as well. To have the crowd just be so behind me through my entire Money in the Bank reign and finally getting to cash in and just hearing the crowd reaction and just being in that moment, I felt like everything just fell into place.
Now, your parents were integral in sort of steering you toward professional wrestling. You've talked about that. Are they enjoying this ride now alongside you? I'm sure they don't get to see you very often.
Of course, my mom is all about it. My dad is constantly texting me like, you know, are you okay? Like they always think I'm injured after my matches. But no, they love it. They're fully supportive of this and they want me to, reach the highest level in this, and they're super excited to come to WrestleMania and watch me have my first ever WrestleMania match.
Awesome. Have you settled on a ring gear or ring attire for WrestleMania for your WrestleMania match yet? And if so, is there anything you can share?
Um I have settled on something. I'm actually getting two options made just in case. But I will say that there will be pink in it. So that's all I can give you guys.
This build with Charlotte Flair has had a little bit of everything. We've seen some in-person stuff. We've seen stuff promos done via satellite. We had this incredible brawl that lasted almost the entire night, which for me was really what took this rivalry to the next level. I mean, I'll be honest with you, at first I was like, there's so many security crew and everybody in there, it was kind of distracting, but then it kept going all night. And as it went on and it went on, I was like, okay, I'm really invested in this all of a sudden. Um, are you satisfied, with what you guys have done to this point to sell this match? Because I believe it's, you know, as a fan, I'm very excited for this match, and I think I'm as excited for it as I am for any other one on the card.
Yeah, I think this match doesn't even start with the past 6 weeks. It doesn't even start with her winning the Rumble and her picking me. I think it starts with she's the reason why I got into wrestling. She is who I looked up to, who I saw on my TV screen, who I idolized, and I had it already set in my mind that she is a dream match of mine even before I got signed to WWE. So this goes back much farther than that. She's obviously one of, my idols. And at WrestleMania, I think this is when I solidify that I am the new generation and I'm here to take her place.
I mean, you guys even managed to get a segment clipped out of off the broadcast after the fact. It's been a little bit of everything, a little bit personal, very physical. I don't know that you could have done much more to promote this event, but I guess we still have a little bit of time to see what else you can do, right?
Right, yeah. We've got about 2 more weeks, so you'll have to stay tuned and tune into SmackDown to see what is next.
How difficult is it I mean, do you take a look around you right now with everything going on, all these matches building to WrestleMania? You're competing with this John Cena craze that is, him turning heel and all the focus being on that. Now we've got the Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk drama. Really compelling stuff from Gunther and Jey Uso. The other women's match on the other show, but you guys have managed to make, at least me, and I assume the other, people watching, be invested. Are you ready to take that? And how do you take that investment and put it in the ring in Vegas next week?
Yeah, obviously there's so many amazing matches. We have so many top stars that I feel like you can throw up a quarter and if it lands on heads or tails, like you would believe whoever were to walk out winner of any of these matches. So my plan is to go in and I want to steal the show and I want people to remember a match, and I want my match to go down in history as one of the best women's matches. And yeah, just ultimately steal the show like Charlotte did with Rhea 2 years ago. But yeah, there's so many amazing matches, and I really want to stand out at this WrestleMania.
Do you have a favorite WrestleMania match of your own from, watching as a fan?
Um, so I think I started watching wrestling when I started wrestling. And I remember I was in LA as an NXT talent, and I had my Stand and Deliver ladder match, and then I got to watch WrestleMania. I watched at the hotel. They had like these big screens and stuff that we could watch the matches on, and I remember watching Charlotte and Rhea, and I was just in awe. And I thought that they stole the show, and I think a lot of other people agreed with that. So I have to say that it was the Rhea versus Charlotte match for me.
Last one, are you soaking this all in? Are you having the best time of your life right now? I mean, it can be so busy with the travel and the prep and the media and all the stuff that you're doing right now, but have you slowed it down enough to be enjoying this and enjoying what you're in the moment in? Because one day people are just going to look back at it as do you remember that WrestleMania match between, Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte, and it'll be a thing of the past of the lore. Are you feeling
Right.
that you're soaking this in and you're enjoying it while it's happening?
Um, you know, the last couple of weeks, I feel like it's been, it's hard. It's a lot of pressure. I'm 25 years old. It's my first ever WrestleMania. So I do feel like there's a lot of pressure on me, and I'm also the champion. I'm not chasing a title. I'm trying to keep a title from one of the most decorated women on the roster. So that in itself is, I just feel like there's so much pressure on that. And I think, the fans forget that. I'm only 25. I'm only, 3.5 years into the business. So it has been very stressful. But, now I'm trying to, I feel like for the most part, the hard work is done. I feel like, we've done a really good job of selling this match and making people be invested in our story. So now I really feel like I can just kind of, be in the moment now, and not worry too much and just kind of, soak in everything up until these next 2 weeks because it's going to get crazy. We've got appearances, we've got so many media that we're going to be doing. So I am trying now to be more in the moment. I feel like I can kind of, just coast into WrestleMania and know that our match has been sold and people are invested now.
Awesome. Well, that's a great answer. And forget who it was. Somebody told me along the way when they were, I think it was Edge, said when he would go to the ring, he would make sure, that he did his entrance a little extra slow so he could stop and take a look around and try and pick people out in the crowd so that he would never forget. So
Hmm.
I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to seeing what you guys can do. So thank you, Tiff.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.